Man. I just got through last night. I watched the press conference with Coach Prime with his gray beard and glasses, looking healthy, looking good, and I just liked the way he commanded the room. He's not going to take any nonsense from reporters who have an agenda with their reporting. That's why I'm very big on being objective. And I've been on here several times talking about Prime and talking about the things that I don't like. And I think I'm well in my own right to have my opinion. But having an opinion and being an objective journalist are two different things. I'm not a journalist. I'm not reporting news. I'm just giving my own spin on it. There's a difference. And I like the way Coach Prime controlled the media. He's very savvy. He is not going to let you control him. He's going to control you. And that's an alpha male. That's a man that has control. That's what I like to see. I like to see him put his foot down, which he's always done. It's nothing new. But the way he did it on that last press conference, I loved it. He wouldn't even allow people who were known for being very critical of him without any, without any sound, a sound or a base foundation to be critical. He wouldn't even let them ask a question. He would just dismiss them. Now, some of you guys may chalk that up to him being arrogant, but I don't think it is. One guy was from CBS, and Coach Prime says, "Look, I have nothing against you, but I'm not going to allow I'm not going to allow anybody from CBS to get anything from me because they did me wrong." Now, I don't know the details of what CBS did to Coach Prime, but he reassured the guy that he has love for the reporter. It's nothing personal. It's just CBS. Then there was another guy, and I think Coach Prime knows him very well. And Coach Prime was like, "Look, man, is there something wrong with you? Like, what do you get out of that? What do you get out of being so critical?" And the guy was like, "I just want to ask a football question." Coach Prime didn't even let him ask the question. I loved it. And then another thing that I liked about what Coach Prime did, he did something, he said something that reassured me that they're going to be good this year. I know I had my doubts. I said at best they can win 6 games. If they win 6-6, I will still consider that a successful season because remember, he's taken over a team that was 1-11. His first year, he won 4 games. You have a huge turnaround, a huge overhaul, all right, with players leaving, coaches leaving. We understand that's normal, but when you're starting a program and you're trying to solidify yourself as a dominant football team and in college football, it doesn't help when you have too much movement. If you want to, start a program and have it being an established program organically, it's kind of good to have the people that you started with stay. When coaches are leaving, the coaches that you started with left. I had a lot of doubts. But one thing that helped my doubt or helped diminish the degree of doubt that I sustained or possessed toward Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes was that he said several things that jumped out to me. And I'm paraphrasing here. I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he was asked a question about how he feels about going into this year. And he says he likes everything. He said he likes his players. He says that they're going to be better. But he didn't say it the same way he said it his first year. When he was talking about Louis luggage stuff, I felt that was more hype. When he said it this time, go back and watch the press conference. When he said it this time, there was sort of an unshaken confidence. He said it with it was spoken with a high degree of conviction. It didn't seem like he was saying it to kind of like convince us. He was saying it to say, I can't help but to tell you guys the truth. We're going to be better this year. Everything that I see happening, the coaches, the practices, our players, everything will be better this year. We are going to be better. He said it in a way where, and I'm not big into speaking things to existence kind of crap. That's not what I'm trying to say. He said it in a way to reassure anyone out there who has doubts that they're going to be better. One of the reporters said something to the effect of, I'm support you guys. I see you guys winning 8 games. Coach Prime looked at him. He said, "Oh, only 8?" He left it alone. So to me, I think that my 6-game prediction, they're going to be better. I can't predict them with an 8, 9, 10. I can't. Not because I don't think they're going to be good. I just think when you're going through the process of trying to be a dominant program, you need seasons where you lose close games. Now, they had the first season where they lost leads. They got blown out in games, or they didn't play well. They were too one-dimensional. That's part of the growth process. I feel like the second year, Coach Prime's redshirt first-year coach, okay, he's a redshirt first-year coach because the first year to me doesn't count. You say, why? It doesn't, because the fact that he's coming back his second year, going into a different conference and going into a new year with a lot of changes, I think that his first year was kind of like an audition. He's officially with the big boys now. He's officially a college football coach this year. So he's a redshirt first-year coach. In my estimate, I know there's no such thing called a redshirt first-year coach, but I'm making that term up. It's for me. That's the way I'm going to analyze Coach Prime, and that's the way I'm going to critique Coach Prime. I'm going to critique him with that lens, from that disposition, to say that, okay, it's not really your second year. It's your second year technically, but on paper, you're a redshirt first-year coach based upon the context of your situation. That's what we have to do as people. When we rate people, we can't just use a one-size-fits-all approach. Every measure of judgment has to come with considering the context of the situation, to allow you to judge more rationally, to have your judgments be more rational. Okay, so I want rational judgment. I want objective judgment. I want objective critique. I don't want to just say, oh, your second year, you should know better. No, this is actually his redshirt first-year coach based upon the situation. And I think that going into your second year, there's also growing pains as well. I feel like I understand what Coach Prime said. They will play better. I don't think they're going to play the way they played last year. They're going to have a better football team. The product you see on the field will be better. Does that mean that that's going to equate to more wins? Not necessarily. When I say more wins, I definitely think they're going to win more than 4 games for sure. But does that necessarily mean they're going to win 8, 9, 10 games? It could. I mean, I'm not a psychic. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me. But I want us as fans, when we watch the football games, and I know you play to win the game, but there are certain wins that are bad wins. You can play bad and win, but you got the W, but you looked horrible. That's not good, because if you rest on your laurels, if you rest on the win, say, well, at least we won, there's no lesson learned from that. Oftentimes in life, you have to get your ass beat to learn a lesson. You know, it's human nature. I know a lot of times people say, well, I want to learn. You can learn lessons from winning too. Yes, but if you play bad and win, there's a sense of a false sense of security that you possess, because you feel like, well, we're really damn good. We really didn't play well and we still won. If you rest on that, that's not good to rest on that. So I feel that they're going to be a better team. There's going to be a better product put out on the field. Definitely a better product will be on the field than you saw last year. I believe their pass blocking will improve. I believe their defensive line is better. I believe overall defensively they're going to be better. I believe offensively they're going to become more competent than they were, not too one-dimensional. I still feel them throwing the ball a lot, but I don't think they're going to be as pass-heavy as they were last year. A better product will be on the field. Will that equate to them winning 10 games? Not necessarily. But when you watch the games, you can leave and say, you know what? I see what's happening. See, last year, when the first 3 games, when they came out of the gate 3-0, it was sort of like fool's gold, right? We were all like, oh my God. But then coaches started watching tape. They started watching more footage, because at this time, you know, when the season first started, no one knew the approach that Colorado was going to take. But once coaches started to understand their tendencies and look at their propensity of running certain plays or not running certain plays, then, okay, Colorado became increasingly predictable, making them very easy to defend. So I think that this year, going into the second year, they will be better because of the lessons that they've learned. But I don't think we're gonna look at their losses and say, "Oh my God, they don't know what they're doing," or this or that. I think that they're gonna be better. But is it gonna equate to more wins? I don't know yet. I can't really say that yet. But I'm gonna keep my 6-game prediction, 6 wins prediction. I'm gonna go more on the low end than the high end, because I'd rather go on the low end so I'm not disappointed. Because if If I assume that they're going to win like 8 or 9 games and they come short of that, I'm going to be disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed, so I'm going to play it safe and say they're going to win 6. But I would not be surprised if they win more than 6. I'll be more surprised if they don't win 6, because they're going to be a better team than they were last year. Okay? That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. So thank you guys for listening. And at press conference, you guys should go listen to it, man. He commanded that room, and that's what a head coach does. He sticks up for his players. I like him, man. I like him. And I always liked him. It's just that when the season started, I didn't like some of the things that I saw. Like, I wanted him to be more like the locker room stuff with the music and all that stuff. I just felt like, you see, when you're not winning, people like me and YouTubers are going to get on there and start nitpicking. We have to, because we're thinking, okay, what's going on? Is there something that you need to change about your the process of your program? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, stop doing this. So we start nitpicking. Just like a team, if a team starts losing, then people start pointing fingers. But as the old saying goes, winning tends to be the ultimate deodorizer. You can stink, but if you're winning, it masks a lot of the the problems in the locker room or in the program. So winning sometimes is the cure. More times than not, is a cure for a lot of ailments that can be attached to a football team and a football program. But I wish Coach Prime the best of luck. I can't wait till the football season begins. I'm going to be watching them very, very closely. Very closely. I thank you guys for listening. Thank you for indulging me in another talk about Coach Prime. And leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. All right. Peace.